Hello friends, welcome to you all here in this particular session. We will discuss quadratic equation here. This is very important topic in respect of your prelims examination. So before starting the actual question, we will discuss some importance about this topic and then move to solve some questions here, right? So first of all, as you know that what's the basic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. The c is constant, b is constant, a is constant, but a along with the square term of the variable, that is x square, b along with the only variable, that is x, the constant term, that is b here, and this is the c, right? This is also constant. Now if we say that what's the sum, that is this comes up as sum and this is the multiplication part, not only this but some form of this. So this is comes as c by a, this is minus b by a. You will understand how I am writing this. See, if we take an equation, that is x square plus 5x minus 6, this is okay, minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0, right? So if we factorize this, x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6, right? This is the very general way, everyone can understand this. Now x minus 3 minus 2 x minus 3 equals to 0, x equals to 2 or 3. But we will not solve this by this way, no, absolutely not. What is the way of solving this? 6, we have to factor this number. 3 and 2, these are the two factors, but here in B set, in part of B, that is negative value comes here, so we have to take the positive values, and here you can see that positive to negative, one sign change, negative to positive, say another sign change. That means two positive factors come, and this is the note. As a note you can remember it, number of positive roots equals to number of sign change, right? So how many sign changes are there? Positive to negative 1, negative to positive, again sign change, that is 2 sign changes. So obviously the number of roots would be 2 here, and number of positive roots, right? Number of positive roots would be 2 here. Now 3 and 2 here, 3 and 2 sums up to 5, right? So the value of the roots of x, that is 3 and 2, right? This is it. And this is multiplication part. I hope you understood this c by a part, that means this part 6. And to understand this in a more clarity, that is x square plus b by a x plus c by a equals to 0. This is exactly similar in this equation, x square minus 5x plus 6. Now this b by a, what it is? B by a equals to minus 5. What is c by a? That is 6, right? And this is the way we have solved this, these two factors 3 and 2, and sums up to this gives us 5, which is b by a part, right? I hope you understood this. This is the very basic stuff here we have discussed. I hope it would be quite helpful to solve the questions I am going to take in the next slide. So moving to the first question set here, right? So 4 questions. The first one, x square plus 3x minus 28 equals to 0. See, in x square no variable is there, right? So this is 3x plus minus 28. 28 you have to factor in such a manner that sums up to 3x, rather not sums up to but one positive one negative value. Why? This is one sign change, positive to positive no sign change, positive to negative one sign change. One sign change, that means one positive root, and the total root, that is depends on the highest power of this x, that is 2. So one value is positive, one value is negative. Now we are not going to solve it, but check the sign first. As you know that checking the sign also serves the purpose in this way, that is y square minus 4y minus 117 equals to 0. So 117 we can factor it. How can we factor it? Tell me. This is 4y, so this is 13, this is 9, right? So 13 and 9, yes, one sign change, positive to negative and negative to negative, no change. So here also positive and negative. See one thing, that x also gives two different sign, y also gives two different sign, and irrespective of whatever the condition, we can take any possible choice. That means if we take x value positive, y I can take negative. If we take x value negative, I can take y value positive. So there is no definite relation comes. So cannot be determined is the answer here. I hope this is clear. Now solve this. This is 28. 7 and 4. 7 and 4. This is 3x difference 7 and 4. As this is positive, so we have to take the highest number in the factor as a negative one. That is -7, and this is 4 plus 4. Now here 13 and 9. 4 is a negative. So obviously the larger factor we have to take it and positive. Just the reverse sign. This is plus 13. This is -9. Right? This is it. Moving to next. 3 and 77. This is what? This is 3x square minus 10x minus 77, which is equal to 0. So this is 7 into 11 we can write. 3 into 7, total number, total factors here, 3, 7 and 11. So this is 21, 11 we can take. Now this difference simply gives 10. So this is one sign change. Check the sign, number of sign, it gets changed, and then try to implement the signs here in these two factors, two roots. So 21 and 11. So this is positive to negative, negative to negative. So only one sign change. That means, so one positive, one negative, and this is -10. So obviously the greater one would get positive, and this is negative. So this is the roots of x. Now the next one, y square minus 26y plus 133 equals to 0. Now this is 133, 19 into 7. 19 into 7 serves the purpose here, that is 26, and two sign change, positive to negative, negative to positive. That means two positive roots should be there. So two positive roots, that means 19 and 7, which is y. Right? So here 21 is greater than both 19 and 7, the values of y, the roots of y, and similarly the -11 less than both 19 and 7. That means what? Can't be determined is the answer here. Right? I hope you understood this. Now 7x minus 19y equals to 97. 20x minus 70y, 369. Right? Now see, 21x is here and this is 7x. So simply it's just telling us that multiply this by 3. Okay. Now 21, 21, the x variable we can easily cancel out. Now 70y minus 57, 3, 19, 57, so minus 13. Minus 13y equals to 369. Minus, this is 97 into 3. We can do it like this. Right? If you feel that 97 multiplication 3 is difficult, no, it's not difficult. Just 100 multiplied by 3 and minus, this is not 100 but 3. So 3 less than 100. So 3 times we have to multiply. That means 9. So 300 minus 9, 291. That is 369 minus 291, which gives us 78. So the value of y, that is -6. Understood? Now 7x minus 19 into 6, because already negative sign involved in the value of y, so we have to add here, and this is equal to 291. Not 291, 97. Right. This is 97. So 97 minus 114, 6 into 19, 114. So 317. So the value of x, that is -17 by 7. Now tell me, -6 and -17 by 7. This is very, very less, but in negative sign. So this is 7 to approximately, this is 7 to 14, 3, 4, 4. Right, 2.44 in negative. So in negative x is less, that means actually x is greater than y. Right. Next, this is square root. 289 to the power half, 6561, this is half. This is half, all are to the power half. Right. So this is 289, that means 17x square minus 6561. whenever you get this kind of number and you may not have enough confidence to find out what's the actual square root of this number, just checking the nearest square root, that is 80, 6400, that is 80 square, and this is very close to that. That means 81 it should be, and even more you can check it that the unit place, that is 1, 81 into 81 also gives 1, right? Another thing, it may feel you it may some confusion may have that 89 multiplied by 89, this also gives the unit place 1, but think one time that this is close to 90, so if we take 90 square, that is 8100, and we have already done that 80 square, that is 6400. Which way it gets closer? 6561, obviously 80. So there is no way of thinking that 89 square it could be. I am telling this because in other numbers, in some which number you which are not very familiar with us, at times it may get some confusion. So that's why, to avoid this confusion, I am telling this way. I know that this is very easy to think that 80 and 90, 6561, but you may get some unfamiliar condition. So for that purpose, I am telling this. 80 square, 6400. So 6561 close to 80, 80 square, that means this is 81. And this is 11236. Can you recognize this number? Very easy number, 106. 106 into 106. What's the way of multiplication of this particular? That is 100 extra 6 is more than 100. That means 6 multiplied by 2, not this square. Remember this. This is multiplied by 2. Even if it gives same number, you should remember this. 6, this rule, this is the multiplication by 2. This is the rule here. And this is the first part. Second part, that is the extra part, that is square. 6 square. That means 112, 36. This is the answer. So this exactly match. So 106. So what's the value of x? X square rather. This is 187 by 17, which is 11. So the value of x, that is plus minus square root of 11. Now moving to next, y. 11 y square minus 19 equals to 80. So y square equals to 99 by 11, which is 9. So the value of y, that is plus 3 and minus 3. Here the value of x, that is square root of 11, both in positive and negative, but we will not calculate the approximate square root of 11. Why? Because this is positive and negative. Two sign involved. Here also in y, two sign involved. So this is very, very clear that can't be determined is the answer. We can take any possible combination. We can take the value of x as positive, then we can take the value of y as negative. Simultaneously, we can take the value of y positive and the value of x is negative. So can't be determined is the answer here. Next, x square minus 100x plus 291 equals to 0. So 291, we have to factorize this. So 291, right, x square minus 100x plus 291 equals to 0. 9, 10, 12. 12 is a number which can easily be divisible by 3. So definitely 3 should have a factor 3. This is 97, right? So 3 into 97 gives 291 and sums up to 100. Why sums up to? Because two sign change. Positive to negative, negative to positive. So obviously the value of x, the roots of x, that is 3 and 97, right? Next one, that is 4y square minus 52y plus 168. This is 4, this is 4 into 42, right? Further factorize this, 4 into 3 into 14, right? So this is also 4, this is 1 4 available, so the total factor, that is 4 into 4 into 3, 14. So we have to find out two such number whose summation, which two number adds up to 52. Why? Again the same logic, positive to negative, negative to positive. Two sign change means two positive roots. So two positive roots, that sums up to 52. So you have to find out two number whose sums gives 52, right? So this much guidance I think enough to find out the two roots here. This is 4, 16, 16, 42. No. So this is, if we take 4, this is 2, this is 6, this is 14. Can you get from here? 4, 6, 14, 20. Yes. So this is 24, 28, right? 24, 28, right? 4, 6, 24, 28. So these are the two roots, but this is not the actual roots. Why? Because 4, this constant term is available with the highest power of y. So we have to subtract both this number, both these factors by 4. Only then we will get the two roots. So this is 6, this is 7, right? Again, x value, if we take 3, both the y's values is more than x. So x is less than y here. And if we take x value is 97, y's value are less than x. Both the y's value are less than x if we consider the value of x is 97. So what's the answer? That is C and D again. One observation here is that here is all the roots irrespective of x or y are in positive, but we cannot find out the definite relation. So it is not a rule that only the value of two roots, positive and negative, comes in both the variables, then only the answer is C and D. No, absolutely not. In this set, the values are manipulated in such a manner that you may get the C and D as an answer in any time. Okay, so be careful about the roots of any particular question and then mark the correct answer. And yes, what I am saying, that is not the change of symbol depends upon the number of sign change. It's very much important. Okay, it works frequently, so keep this thing in mind as well. But yes, here two positive roots, it depends upon the roots, not only the symbol, and gives the answer as C and D. So moving to next, this is 4 to the power 3 plus x plus 4, 1 by 4 to the power x equals to 65, right? And now this is 4 to the power x 64 plus 1 by 4 to the power x equals to 65. So what does it mean? This is already 64, right? This is a very smart way you have to solve it, otherwise it may give you some very lengthy calculation. See, here it's 64, so 64 if multiplied by 1 plus 1 satisfies this condition, that is 65. So 4 to the power x equals to 1, or 1 by 4 to the power x equals to 1, both are same. So this is 4 to the power x equals to 1, which is 4 to the power 0, so the value of x, which is 0, right? Moving to next, that is 2 to the power y plus 2 plus 2 to the power 1 by 2 to the power y equals to 5. Again the same thing, 2 to the power y into 4 plus 1 by 2 to the power y, which is equal to 5. Now this is 4, this is 5, that means one more. So one more, how can we manipulate this? This is 4 into 1 plus 1. 1 I am taking 2 to the power y equals to 1, or 1 by 2 to the power y equals to 1. Both are one same thing. So 2 to the power y equals to 1, which is also we can write as 2 to the power 0. So it gives us y equals to 0 as well, right? So x equals to 0, y equals to 0. So our answer is C and D, because C and D or x equals to y given in a particular option, right? So this is x equals to y or C and D. This kind of option comes, right? So this is the answer. Generally it gives in option E, but yes, but I am not saying without checking the option you should mark E. No, absolutely not. Just check it. In a particular option it can't be determined, or x equals to y. This kind of options given, and that is the option which is correct here, right? 7x square minus 58, 111. See, 111 is a very popular number, 111, this is 37 into 3. If you don't know this, this may give you some wastage of your crucial seconds, right? So keep that thing in remember, that this is a very special number, 111, which is 37 into 3. Two prime number, one big prime number, that is 37, and one is 3. Now this is 7 and this is 37, 3. So this is 37 multiplied by 3, 7. So this is, yes, very common, this is 58. So 37 and 21. These are the two numbers. Now again, this 7 is available, 7 is involved with the as a constant with the highest power of x in the equation. That means this x equals to 37 by 7 and 21 by 7. And you can see that positive to negative, one sign change, negative to positive, second sign change. That means what? 2 are the positive roots will come here. That is 37 by 7 one, and the second one is 21 by 7. Now the next one, y square equals to 841. So y equals to plus minus 29. This is square root of 841, that is 29. One important note here is that if in a particular equation it gives that y equals to square root of 841, this is 29. This answer is 29. Keep that thing in remember, very very important. Y square equals to 841 and y equals to square root of 841, these are completely different thing. Because here you may get the same result, but if the equation is given in a form that this is single power equation, right, and this is power 2. So power 2, that means you have to find out the two roots. The equation should have two roots here, but here y equals to square root of 841, that is 29, because the power of y is 1 only. So we have to find out only one root, that is 29, right? I hope you understood this. So this is not related to our question, but want to make you understand this part, so that's why I have done it, right? So y equals to plus minus 29. Now if we take the value of y is 29, this is also greater than x, both the values of x. What's the value here? That is 37 by 7. If it is 35, that is 5, and 2, that means 2, 5.31, right? And the other value, that is 3, right? And this is the value of y, which is 29 and minus 29. If we take the value of y as 29, then both the values of x are less than y. And if we take the value of y as minus 29, then both the values of x are greater than y. That means what? C and D is the answer, right? Okay, next one. 7x square plus 36x 91, right? So this is 7x square plus 36x minus 91 equals to 0. So factorize this is right, okay, and here is 7, so this is total 7 into 7 into 13, that means 149 and 13, the difference can give 36, but we have to check whether the number of symbol changed how many times. That is no sign change, one sign change, that means one sign change, one positive, one negative, so the difference would serve the purpose very beautifully. So the value of x here 49 would be negative, because here it's positive, so we have to take exactly the opposite sign with the highest root, right? That is the rule here. And this is 13, so both the numbers should be divided by 7, because the highest power of x included a constant term, that is 7. So here it is minus 7, and this is 1.87. This is it approximately. And the value of y, okay, so y square plus 10y plus 21 equals to 0. Simple. This is 3 and 7, no sign change at all, so the value of y both are in negative, minus 3 minus 7, right? So now the value of x, if we take minus 7, y is also minus 7, y is minus 3, so y is greater than x, because in negative it's less, that means y is greater than x. And if we take 1.87, that is greater than both the roots of y. That means what? One time y is greater, one time x is greater. If you check at least for one time for two different scenarios, that is enough to find out the exact relation here. That means C and D is the answer here, right? Okay, moving to next. 3x squared plus 1 by x, okay, just write it down in a feasible form so that you can understand it better. This is 5x plus 1 by x 14 equals to 0. Can you recognize this set here, x plus 1 by x? See, if we take, this is suppose in this way, and x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 into x into 1 by x, this is square obviously. That means what? This is a square, right? And this is x square plus 1 by x square plus 2, and this part is given to us, that is x square plus 1 by x square. That means what? We can just simply replace this part by a square minus 2. So this is 3 into a square minus 2 minus 5. This is x plus 1 by x, that is a. So this is 5a plus 14 equals to 0, right? So this is 3a square minus 6 minus 5a plus 14 equals to 0. Now 3a square minus 5a plus 8 equals to 0. Now 3 and 8, no need of factorizing this number, but it itself satisfies the condition, that is 3 and 8, two sign change here, right? Positive to negative, negative to positive, right? But again 3 and 8 we can't take this, 3 and 8 we can't take this because both are positive sign. We will not take this two different sign but of two same sign, right? So this is not having any feasible value to find out, but we will use this formula then, that is d equals to minus b minus, here it's plus minus square root of 25 minus 4ab 4ac divided by 2 into a, right? So this is, we cannot use this set, two different variable, two different sign having the two different roots. Why? Because here is two sign change, 3a square minus positive to negative, negative to positive, two sign change, that means two signs would be needed. So this is plus 5 plus minus square root of 25 minus 96 divided by 6. So this is plus 5 plus minus, this is minus 71. Again see, the imaginary term comes within this part, that is the negative term within the root. So this is imaginary term. In our syllabus we can't calculate this in a general way, so we will just mark it as a C and D as our answer, right? Whenever this kind of value comes, that is square root of negative term, that means we should not solve the rest of the part, that is this 13y square minus 174y plus 65. No, there is no need, no use of solving this second equation, right? Because you have already find out that here it's one imaginary term comes, that means simply the answer is C and D, right? Be confirmed about this. And this is not satisfying here. In a hurry, students may fall in trap and say that this is the answer here, 8 minus 3, here it's give 5, yeah, this is the answer. But you have to take a careful look here, that here it's two sign change, positive to negative, negative to positive. Two sign change means two positive root comes here, right? Not one positive, one negative. So this is wrong here, this is correct. This way you can solve it, and just solve means just write it down in a feasible way, and you can just find out that this is negative value within the square, that means C and D is the answer, right? No need of solving the second equation, that's it. Moving to next, 3x square 8x minus 273, right? So 3x square plus 8x minus 273 equals to 0. Now this is, we can factorize this 3 into 91, right? So 3 into 3 into 91, we can further manipulate this number, that is 7 into 13, so 3 into 3, right? Okay, and this is 18, right? This is not 8, this is 18, just fix it. So this is 21 and 39, and the difference is 18 here. So the difference, see, by checking the sign, whether we can take the difference or we have to find out some other way to in which way the sum would give 18, but that is not the case here because the number is very large, so definitely there would have some difference would be asking for. So 3x square plus 18x minus, so no sign change, here is one sign change. That means what? Number of sign change is 1, so number of positive root, that is also 1. So the value of x, that is minus 39, as this part having the positive sign, so definitely the higher root, the value, the higher value would have the negative sign, and this is 21. And as you can see that the highest power of x contain a constant term, that is 3, so we have to divide both these factors by 3 to get the actual root, that is minus 13, and this is 7. This is the roots of x. Now for y, 2 to the power y plus 3 plus 1 by 2 to the power y equals to 9. So 2 to the power y into 8 plus 1 by 2 to the power y equals to 9. Now 8 is already here, so 9 we have to make it. So now 8 into 1 plus 1, we can get 9. Similarly, we have done similar kind of questions earlier. Now, so 2 to the power y equals to 1, which gives us 2 to the power 0. That means y equals to 0, right? So the value of y is 0. Now, if we take x value is minus 13, y is greater. If we take x value is 7, y is lesser. So C and D is the answer here. Right? So I hope you understood the questions I have discussed here, and this is the kind of questions generally comes in prelims, and you should solve more number of questions to get habituated with the with this sign change setup, right? So that you can solve these questions without solving or without factorizing the number. At times it serves the purpose. So that is my intention here, to solve these questions by making you understand that solving a particular question by only checking the sign at times it serves, okay, and it will save you some crucial seconds as well. In the examination you will understand, and practice more number of questions. During practice, try to implement this kind of sign checking methods. It will help you in a significant aspect in going forward, right? So that is all for now. I hope you understood all the questions, all the methods I have discussed here. So that's all. Good time.